Welcome everybody. I'm very pleased to welcome our special guest Yurii Savchuk today. My name is Stephen Norris. I'm a professor of history and director of the East European, Russian, and Eurasian Studies Center here at Miami University, located directly across the hallway. We're sponsoring Mr. Savchuk's visit, where he'll discuss the war museum he runs in Kyiv. His lecture also is our annual Lithuania lecture, so I want to say a couple words about that. The Lithuania program here at Miami University was founded in 2018, thanks to Dr. Neringa Klumbite, Mr. Savchuk's sponsor here, and the teacher of the class, of course, most of you are in. Dr. Klumbite had done a lot of work with my predecessor, Dr. Karen Duisha, the director of the center, about Lithuanian-related events here at Miami under the auspices of the Havinghurst Center. In 2018, after I became director, we formalized this arrangement and created something called the Lithuania program that promises an annual event devoted to Lithuania, whatever that topic will be, as well as ongoing workshops that are run by Miami University and the Havinghurst Center to Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia too, one of which will be run next summer by my colleague, Dr. Rosemary Piddington, in journalism. So if you're interested in going to Lithuania next summer, let me know. And also just to ensure that we have a Lithuania program and Lithuanian club for undergraduates here at the university. Mr. Savchuk is the director of a museum in Ukraine, of course, but his museum has worked extensively with war museums in Lithuania to do joint exhibits. So that there is a direct connection between what's going on in Ukraine, what Mr. Savchuk does and what he's going to talk to us about, and what the Lithuanian program does. So with that, I will turn things over to Dr. Klumbite, who will introduce Dr. Savchuk more formally.
Hello, everybody. So first, I would like to thank the director of the Havinghurst Center, Stephen Norris, for his support to the Lithuania program and the events, and of course, Lynn Stevens, our program coordinator, and our Havinghurst colleagues, my Havinghurst colleagues, and Miami faculty. It is a distinct honor to welcome Yurii Savchuk, Director General of the National Museum of the History of Ukraine in the Second World War, to give the 2026 Lithuania program lecture. Both countries are united by the history of their struggle for independence. On March 11th, and that's why we have this lecture usually in the spring, in March, in 1990, Lithuania was the first country to announce independence from the Soviet Union. Ukraine followed in 1991, and now Ukraine has to defend its sovereignty. So Director Savchuk's heroic work to document the history of war in Ukraine is a testament for the continuous fight for freedom and truth about which we will hear today. And these values are as important in Lithuania as in Ukraine, and they are all, of course, important to all of us. So Director Savchuk is a historian and author of nearly 100 scientific works in Ukrainian, English, Polish, Russian, and Swedish. He is a co-author of the project of the Great State Coat of Arms of Ukraine, about which you will hear today as well. Also curator of more than 20 museum exhibitions in Ukraine and 15 other in countries abroad. Before becoming the director of the World War II Museum, he was the head of Sector of Heraldry, Directorate of State Awards and Heraldry at the administration of the President of Ukraine, also head of the State Service for Control of the Movement of the Cultural Assets across the state border of Ukraine. He has worked as senior researcher at the Institute of the History of Ukraine of the National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine before becoming the director of the museum. He worked for many years there. He is also a recipient of several state awards, including Order for Merits and honorary title Merit Culture Worker of Ukraine, and prizes for curatorship of exhibitions and implementation of restoration projects. So thank you so very much, Yurii Savchuk, for giving us the annual Lithuania program lecture. And for students, you know, we have a visitor from Ukraine, which means this is no flight zone for civilian planes. So to get here, it took a lot of time. Just from Kyiv to Warsaw, it's 15 hours by plane or train. So let's welcome and thank from the depths of our hearts to Dr. Savchuk for coming all the way to visit Malta.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to say that it's a big honor and pleasure for me standing here and give a lecture in the one of the oldest university of United States and huge famous university. Thank you so much for that you invite me, and first of all, I want to say personally thank you personally, Director Stephen Norris, Professor of History, and also thank you so much Neringa, the Columbite, also Professor of History. Okay. I would like to say that I come here from Ukraine, now in Ukraine ongoing war. During 4 years we fighting for our independence against Russia. As you know, 24 of February 2022, Russia started with aggression. It's full-scale Russian aggression. They attacked a city, town, and village, and also capital by rockets and missiles. And it was, I would like to say that never, it's impossible to be prepared for the events like full-scale invasion. It was very difficult. But before my presentation, I would like very briefly to say a few words about my museums. Last year we celebrate 50 years anniversary of our museum. You can see the main building of our museum under the monument Motherland. This monument, the tallest monument in Europe, 102 meters, and you can compare with the Statue of Liberty. You can see on my hoodie both of them as a symbol of solidarity, but our museum was created in another time, in Cold War. In that time all things were compared, including the monuments, and I would like to inform you that our monument, our Motherland, 9 meters taller Statue of Liberty in US. In US, and you can compare this. But a few words about museum. Established 1974, 421,000 collection objects. 28 areas total, and 335 feet the height of the monument, as I said. The first period of the museum's history, museum used the name State Museum, State Ukrainian Museum of Great Patriotic War, National Museum of Great Patriotic War, and only after start Russian-Ukraine war and after the Revolution of Dignity in my country, the museum was renamed, and you can see a few different photos from the first period, and for example, Soviet leadership at the museum opening May 1981. Leonid Brezhnev, and during a long time, 25 years, museum survived not only the name, but also Soviet practice, Soviet ideology, Soviet and Russian narrative. It was a big problem for us, for our society, during 25 years, as I said. And these photos, very good illustration of this process. And for example, you can see in museum staff, which replica of the Victory Banner 1995. It was 4 years after independence. Also, for example, the Soviet-style Victory Day in the museum, May 9, 2012. Turning point, 24th of February 2022. And I would like to describe and say a few words about first day of full-scale Russian invasion. And I would like to mention that 33 employers from our museum come to museums. It's amazing because a lot of them, women, they have a family, and Russia attacked and destroyed transport and so on, and people, staff, employers come to museum, and you can see packing the exhibition. Very symbolic that in that time in our museum we explained Ukraine-American exhibition, Forever Free Ukraine. This exhibition met war in our museum, and you can see a moment when we packed this exhibition. Unique photo and unique video. You can see transfer from our museum to the breed in the very short time. In the very short time, during hours, during one day, Kyiv as a capital of Ukraine, cultural and historical place, very famous in Europe, transformed in fortress, in castle, which and people ready to fight with the Russian soldiers. And artifacts, exhibits, you can see on the video, transported to the breed and used by our armed forces, especially National Guards. Also, very interesting moment. You can see the street directly to the office of President of Ukraine, and on the street were used hedgehogs from Second World War. And these hedgehogs used when Ukraine defense and when Nazi attacked Kyiv. Artifacts 80 years old, and in first day we used these hedgehogs when we tried to defend our capital. Kyiv. It's one of the main streets in the center of the Kyiv. And before 2022, focus on priority of our museum was focused on the World War II. And after, since 2022, we pay attention documentation and remembrance center of the ongoing Russian-Ukraine war. and now our main task to be institution with new mission, with new role, with new face and with new concept. I hope, I am sure, I believe that in the future our institution will be a place when we will celebrate our victory under Russia, against Russia, and it will be not only our victory, it will be victory of all democratic world, all democratic country who support us. And very interesting that now our country support more countries when we compare with anti-Nazi coalition during Second World War, anti-Hitler coalition during Second World War. That's a very interesting fact. During this time, for years, we collected 21,000 artifacts. We created and organized 92 exhibitions, and during this time, 1 million people visited our museum. And every year we have like 300,000 visitors in our museum. I would like to mention also that our museum was the first institution in Ukraine which opened the door for visitors. It was 8th of May 2022. But also very interesting fact that we started with our work to collect some artifacts on March 2022, and 8th of March we make photo session of Kyiv. It's a unique photo session, really unique way to explain this photo in 9 countries on 13 locations. Please understand that 8th of March we think about future, about memory, and we absolutely understand that our obligation to document ongoing war, take photo, video, create exhibition, and our first exhibition opened in first month of full-scale Russian invasion, 23 of March, the date 23 of March in Verdun, in French. It was our first museum exhibition with dedicated ongoing war. It was first exhibition in the world. Okay, next. War documentation. You can see a few different photos which illustrated our museum expeditions. The biggest photo from Kursk region, from Russia. It was Kursk defense operation, and you can see the journalists from the world, including US, took photo with this very symbolic road sign, road tabliz, Ukraine and Russia, different direction. It's very symbolic. Yes, I'm absolutely agree. Now we're going absolutely different direction, our way to, to go up democratic country, to the civilization country, and Russia going to the terrorism and totalitarian regime, and also another photos from 2022. Okay, here you can see in front of the monument sea drones, sea baby in right site, and also on the website 3 drones Magura. These drones attacked Russian fleet in Black Sea, and we demonstrate now a new war technology in our museum. Documentation, not only, today we know that the war, ongoing war, well known, because if I may to say, we can see war in online. You can see many videos about war, many computers. Video also very important source of this war, and but all photo and video which you can see in this presentation made by our employers, by our museum staff, and for example, you can see a photo from the process return Ukrainian prisoners of war from Russian captivity by exchanging Chernihiv, and also very fresh photo, if I may, methods serving as a shelter for civilians during the night of Russian attack Kyiv in 2026. It's very fresh. The last attack was yesterday. And you can see also, for example, night in Kyiv. It's view from our museum. We have a beautiful landscape and metro station. A fragment of video.
Високий рівень небезпеки. Пройдіть найближче укриття.
Sometimes the people in metro during the night. Okay, exhibition activity. I mentioned before about our first exhibition which we create, and the title of this exhibition, Kyiv, one day report, March 8, 2022, and as I said, we presented March 23 in Verdun, France, displayed in 9 countries, 13 locations. We started with our museum with this exhibition when we opened 8th of May. The title of this exhibition, Ukraine Crucifixion. Another exhibition which explained tracing the parallels between wars, the past and present. And now we try to talk with our visitors, not only, not talk only about military operation, defense operation, weapons, tanks, and so on, guns, and so on. We try also to talk with our visitors by art language, and as you can read, 81 artists presented their work in this exhibition. Oh, Kursk, it's unique situation. As you know, Kursk defense operation started 6th of August 2024, 10 days, not 10, 9 days later. I and museum's photographer Roman Popenko visited liberated territory in Russia, and now I propose you some video, and you can see about our expedition and how we create exhibition.
Рома, ти колись був у суджі, Рома? Не був, поки що не пощастило. Молодець, я теж. Ром, я теж не був, ну надіюсь побувати. Це суджа. Я зараз це наговорюю. А так, я був відряджений в Сумській області. Всі речі передали військові. Рома! Що ти українською розмовляєш?
А, так ми ж тут живемо, ми всі так і балакаємо.
Ви завжди тут балакаєте?
Так, кабина у нас. От вона, що ми зараз?
Групка.
Групка, як же?
Документы мои.
Это точно ваши документы?
Думайте, смотрите.
Сколько тут где-то человек в этой комнате? Ось така, значить, річ. В підвалі мирні люди, воєнних нет. Тут суджа, вулиця Леніна. На колоні це, а потім кінотеатр. І тільки там інше кіно показує. Від Леніна. Це його ніс. Суджанські вісті, подивіться. Самий сакральний. По чуть-чуть. Обережно воно там кулями прошито. Воно вже обережно. Отак. Ось. Да. Це те, що облетіло весь світ.
we prepared this exhibition during 16 days, really. Full documentation, design, showcase, communication with media, and so on, during only 16 days. Perhaps some of you in the future will be work in museums. You will remember my conclusion, and you can mention this information. It's unique situation, and also I want to say that we explain that part of Russia, it was part of south region of Russia, Kursk, Voronezh, Belgorod. It was part of the Ukraine historical region. This region was colonized by Ukrainian people in the middle 17th century, 300 years ago, and we also published, we prepared and published during 3 months the catalog of 100 historical documents which dedicate Ukraine and Russia relation in that time. It's unique information, unknown before, never shown before. Okay, next. I would like to say a few words very briefly about our exhibition dedicated to the international volunteers who defend Ukraine for freedom, the title of this exhibition, and you can see my photo with president of the Fatherman Foundation, Megan Mops. She is daughter of, she's General Kit Kellogg's daughter. She's General Kit Kellogg's daughter, very famous American politics who support Ukraine, and very important that among the volunteers, 100 American citizens, and it's a pity 111 of them killed by Russia. We also talk about it in our exhibition, and thank you them. We never forget their contribute in our victory. Time capsule. As I said before, our museum was created as a main center in the Soviet Union of Russian and Soviet propaganda, and during a long time, we explain narrative, ideological narrative about Great Patriotic War. We survived the part of this exhibition space, and we call this space time capsule. We don't change anything in this exhibition space. It's also very, very interesting as as part of Museum of Russian propaganda and Russian ideology. Complicated rethinking of the past. It's a new exhibition. You can't to see weapons, plans of the military operation. This exhibition about rethinking and dialogue between new generations from Germany and Ukraine. When we talk about Second World War, about the memory in that time, we used family archives, family documents, and we talk on the exhibition about family memories. international cooperation. Please look to the map, and you can see that our exhibition during this 4 years, during this very short time, were explained on 4 continents and 18 countries abroad. Among them also United States, South Korea, Taiwan, and also a few countries in Europe. The last exhibition was opened in Chile, in south of America, in November last year. And with a big pleasure for me, I would like to introduce you and show you our first exhibition during full-scale Russian invasion, which we explain in the War Museum in Kaunas, in Lithuania. And here you can see on the photo Ingrida Šimonytė, Prime Minister of Lithuania, and also a very big pleasure that it's Ukrainian-American-Lithuanian exhibition. As I mentioned before, this exhibition met war in our museum, and Prime Minister of Lithuania proposed to us renovate this exhibition and survive this exhibition in War Museum in Kaunas, in Lithuania. It was a very big honor, great honor for us, and you can see Lithuanian politics and organizers of this exhibition. This exhibition was opened in September 2022. Another, I only mention because I have a lot of slides and also a video that run very fast. And you can see, for example, exhibition in Latvian War Museum, Battle for Ukraine, Ukraine Crucifixion, 365 days. This exhibition was presented in Tallinn, in Estonia, and dedicate 1 year anniversary of full-scale Russian invasion, and we never think that it's possible. Fighting 4 years, and also Slovak National Museum and United States of America. It's very closed with Organization of United Nations in the same cross, and you can see exhibition Ukraine Crucifixion Tribunal, that you know that Russia made a lot of war crimes in our country and killed thousands and thousands of people, and you can see our ambassador in United States, Serhiy. Now he is first Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine. Provide the diplomats in the exhibition, and very important, I pay your attention that diplomats from 66 countries attended the exhibition. European Parliament, you can see the leader, President of European Parliament, Roberta Metsola, and this place of horror, Strasbourg, in France, House of European Parliament, also 2025. One of the latest exhibition in London, September 2025. You can recognize the Prime Minister, ex-Prime Minister of the Great Britain, Boris Johnson, also the Chief of Commander, General Zaluzhny, who is now ambassador Ukrainian ambassador in Great Britain. very famous and very biggest exhibition in Sweden. On left side you can see King of Sweden, Carl XVI Gustav, Your Majesty. Carl XVI Gustav opens the exhibition together with both ministers of culture, Sweden and Ukraine. I want to say this is the biggest historical museums project during the independent time, and we explain 1,000 relations between our country and Sweden in the different fields: diplomatic, military, economy, politic, and we need to explain our culture as a part of European tradition. It's my main idea of this exhibition. And the last photo from Santiago, from Chile, National Museum of the Carabiners in Chile, show exhibition Ukraine on Fire. During this 4 years, museum visited 165 international delegations from 52 countries, and you can see visit Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and visited a multimedia project, Children, which dedicated victims, children who were victims of Russian aggression, and also visit to our museum General Kellogg. Decommunization. The main task now for our country, for our institution, including our institution, decommunization and decommunization. The monument was built, as I mentioned, 1981, and 2023 we changed old Soviet emblem and put on the shield our coat of arms, trident, and now you can see a very small video, perhaps will be interesting for you. It's unique operation during the war.
Щойно почалося це все 24 лютого, коли ми усвідомили, що на Україну напала Росія. Я сказала, ми переможемо, тому що доки в Києві стоїть оцей символ, ми не зламні.
Давайте переезжайте в ту сторону. батьківщина мати це все-таки дуже великий, дуже серйозний символ, який багато значить для нашої столиці, для нашої держави в цілому. Часи змінилися, і звісно, якщо раніше вона означала захист нашої країни від німецької нацистської окупації, то зараз символіка захисту нашої країни пов'язана зовсім не з нацистською окупацією, а нам потрібно дивитися у реальність, у сучасний час і дивитися, проти кого ми зараз воюємо.
Я один, беріть там троє, бо четверо понесло. Все. Давайте, так. Хоч би двері відкрило, то правда. Да. О, Оксана Олексіївна. Ну, сьогодні гарний, щасливий день. Але я так розстроюся, що я вам фото не зробив. От чесно.
Зараз на біс попросимо.
Засмутився, всі емоції відійшли. Close.
The thing is about, Russian propaganda, about the decommunization and decolonization process right now during this winter, during last year, before, and 80 years anniversary of World War end. It's very important for us. We create a banner exhibition, our victory, and shown our contribute to the victory of the Second World War. I only to mention two facts from Ukraine. During that time, during Second World War, were mobilized 8 million people. 8 million people to Red Army, only to Red Army. Half of them was killed. Half of them who survived, they are wounded. They are wounded. We talk about our contribute in Second World War. And you can see many sessions, many platforms, many publications during last year, and also online lesson in Ukraine from our museum, and new social roles of our museum. During the last year, only last year, in our museum was created and organized 102 events, and you can see state, memorial, education, scientific, cultural, rehabilitation, artistic volunteers, partnership. 4 times President of Ukraine visited our museum during the last year. Very hard place, very special in our museum. We create multimedia project which dedicate children who was victims and who was killed by Russia during the full-scale Russian invasion. And now it's more 600 children, and every day it's a pity. Every day Russia killed children and women, civil people. and also our museum very important place for rehabilitation. Many combatants, many soldiers during the hospital time they come to museum and observe our exhibition. Volunteers hub. Many countries sent to Ukraine car, weapons, and so on, and they want to use our place, our square before main square before the monument for different event. And you can see air drones in the place before our museum, 100 air drones. During the war, we created also music festival for music of war, music which created by soldiers, music about the war, music created during the war. It's different kinds of music. Challenges of everyday works. Now we're talking about winters very cold. Now spring coming in auditor very hot, very good. But I still remember before my eyes winter without electricity. Without heating, and now in Kyiv 3.5 million people, among them more 136 children, and all of them in apartment without heating and without electricity. It's a unique experience, and you can see video from our museum during the day. And also you can see drones very close with our monument on video. You know, it's very close with our monument. And damage of the museum. Our museum was damaged twice, and you can see facade and also windows. 10,700 square feet, 100 square meters was destroyed like this in one moment, and outside 24 minus Celsius, I don't know, sorry, number of Fahrenheit, but please understand that and during this year, during this winter, without electricity, without heating, and when school closed, our museum visited 18,000 people. 18,000 people. And also, about our museum, you can see pictures. Wall Street Journal, New York Times. We created an event which dedicated 1,000 days of war, and we used 1,000 candles near the monument, and media in the world wrote about it and put awards. I would only mention that our museum was awarded many prizes, including Museum Oscar in Great Britain, in War Imperial Museum in Great Britain. It was 2023. Perspectives. I don't want to talk about plans because it's very hard, and we don't sure in our future work, because every day Russia attacked us, but we believe, I'm sure, that we will realize international exhibition. The main project will be in Oslo, in Norway, in November 2026. Right now, our museum's truck arrived to Groenlo in the Netherlands, and also we planning to show exhibition about drones in Tiburon, Denmark, and also in Horsens, also Denmark. And I want to show you only a video. It's like small reclam, we dedicate a new project in Norway.
Присягай! Ніколи! Не зрадити! Українському! Народу! Слава Україні! Всім воїнам, хто зараз боронить нашу землю! Тричі!
Привет, пап.
Я скоро тебя увижу, обниму, зацелую.
Тата, привіт! Сьогодні буде перша зустріч з нашим татом. Сашенька, ми тебе чекаємо, і дівчата чекають тебе. Папа, ми тут.
And I need really 3 minutes, and I will finish my presentation. In the end, I would like to show you a dream, a new experience. Now we started with fundraising campaign. It's new experience for our museum. We never did it. It's perhaps more practical for your society, and we want to show you new exhibition space about new world technology in our museum, and also the Museum of Russian Soviet Propaganda. You can see during the presentation that we make demontage many symbols of Russian propaganda, and we want to show in our museum in the future. You can see now design of this exhibition space. It's our plan for this year. In November, you can check me and please look and use our website, our Facebook, and it's now it's banner of our fundraising company. In the end, I would like the mention when we talk about media, about social media, that about reporters, and I am very proud that media from 71 countries wrote about our museum by 28 languages. 28 languages. And in the end of this, I would like to say again one more thank you. Thank you for your support and help. Thank you, your country, your great nations. Thank you for America. Also thank you for university. You organizes this event. Thank you so much. You are very friendly and kindly. Sorry for my bad English. Excuse me, but I hope you understand me or looks photo and video and you know it about my country, about Ukraine will be better. And thank you so much. Thank you for everybody, for all.
For the lecture. We will keep Ukraine in our hearts. We will support as much as we can. And when the war is over, which is what we are all expecting, I hope students will be able to go to Ukraine and visit the amazing museum. So you heard the incredible story of how museum is being recreated during the war. And thank you for all you do. It's just amazing. And we know that Ukraine is fighting for all of our freedom. And I will share the slide. If you know somebody with a pot of gold coins, you can always send to that person so they would support the museum, The last slide about fundraising. Ukraine always needs support, of course, now. And that's one way we can help. So let's thank again. And, and we do have time actually for questions, yes, right? Before we're saying goodbye. So, okay, so let's not thank yet again. Ask questions for 10-15 minutes, and then we will say final thanks before we say goodbye. Any questions?
You said it took 15 hours to get from Kyiv to Warsaw. So, what's that travel like?
I would like to say that the time which we need for travel between Kyiv and the European capital, it's like 28 hours. Professor mentioned about 15 hours by train, only train. After the logistic is next. From Kyiv by train to border, from border by train to capital of some country, Warsaw of Poland, or for example, Bratislava of Slovak, or Prague of Czech, or Vienna, Austria. You need time, and after that we used flight. Airplane, we fly in different places in Europe and in the world.
And just a few days ago, there was a train from Sumy to Kyiv, right? That was attacked.
Yes, attacked with by drone with 200 passengers. With 200 passengers was inside the train. So now Russia attacked our rebels. Okay, please next.
Other questions?
Thank you so much for coming here today. Is there any one artifact in the museum currently that you think is truly so special, or that comes to mind when you're talking about the museum?
Яка річ чи большой
уже специально? Okay, I mentioned this tablets of road with different direction, Ukraine and Russia. It's its unique symbols of this moment, historical moment. During a long time, during a long century, we fighting against Russia. We struggle for our independence. It's a pity 100 years ago Russia win us, not only in that time, but now when the world support us, we hope, we sure that Ukraine to survive sovereignty and independence. Yes, it's you are right. Many artifacts, many things we call very important things artifacts, but in reality it's very emotionally. For example, the one of them brought to our museum two toys, to the same toys, and he dedicated these toys both of children, his children, which Russia killed, and he survived, but sometimes Russia killed family or part of family. Very unique artifacts, cross from Izium, and in Izium was killed family, 8 person, fathers, children, grandfather, grandpa, grandmother, 8 children was killed. When we took very more optimistic, I would like to mention a big flag from in your city, in your university. Always we can see the flag of US, the same in Ukraine, and in our territory of museum, we have the biggest flag of Ukraine, and this flag survived. And when, according to the protocol, municipality come to museum and exchange flag, we survived this flag. During 10 days, that flag was on the top, and everybody in Kyiv looks to the top and looks Ukrainian flag, and everybody want to fight for independence together with our armed forces, and all nations united during this war. Not only our nations, all nations, democratic nations, the world united and support us. Okay, thank you. Please.
Kate Palace, first of all, thank you again. How do you navigate on a day-to-day basis with the war going on all around you?
Navigate what?
Like just navigate life, even though there's war around you.
Як життя, коли це війна, як ви живете?
Your questions need 1 hour more, perhaps. We don't have this time. When we talk about war, first of all, I would like to mention about children. Our soldiers are very heroic. Our people support our armed forces and nation together. But, for example, when I look small people, small children, they can't go to school. School was closed during whole winter. And sometimes they go to the before the school, which will be in English, before the
It's kindergarten or preschool.
Kindergarten. They are small, 3 years. They sleep during the day, and when Russia attacked, according to the protocol, we need to say them, please stand up and go to shelter. They have 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. They don't understand during this sleep time what is this, and they need, clothes and go to the shelter. It's very, very hard, and very popular video about twins, 2 years. They go to the 7th floor every day without electricity, together with mama, 7th floor, and they only 7 years, 2 years old, but they know number of floor, and they remember that 5th it's early, 6th they are happy, and when they go to the 7th floor, they say, wow, hurrah, it's nice, very nice. It's very, very popular video, and it's amazing, really amazing when we talk about small children. Or during this time in our apartment, we used also palatki,
the tents.
Tents. We used only them. Please understand that apartment, in the center of the apartment, tents, very small space where sleeping children and family and so on. A lot of things. But I hope when you came to Ukraine after the war, you will see beautiful and very nice country. Welcome to Ukraine, welcome to Kyiv, welcome to my museum after the war. Yes, thank you.
And food in Ukraine is the most delicious. And when it was mentioned just a bit earlier, -24, so you probably have heard, and I mentioned to my students in classes about the attacks to infrastructure. So a lot of the second half of January and in February, there was in -10s, and people had no electricity, right? That's why walking up, no heat, that's why tent, because it keeps heat, right, in a small space, and no water in some places as well. So, of course, there were better and worse situations. Some had some generators, but it was very harsh winter.
Yes, we use generators. Sometimes you can see also in social media that people come together, neighbors, as also cooking together, because don't electricity, cooking outside, and sometimes singing, sometimes dancing with small children, and everybody happy when we have electricity. It's really, and everybody now happy that spring coming. It's really, we are happy people, we are happy nations. Yes.
So one last question before we say goodbye. Any more questions? No more questions? Okay, stop.
I was intrigued when you were talking just at the end about sort of an exhibit of Russian/Soviet propaganda. I was wondering if you could talk about the connection between contemporary Russian propaganda and Soviet. Are they the same, or how are they different?
Yes, thank you so much for your very good questions. I was born in Soviet Union. And I graduated university in Soviet time. I remember that time. In the time I have 25 years old when Ukraine independent. I know what is this Soviet propaganda. I would like to say that it's, it's a big discussion, Soviet propaganda and reality, but sometimes I can understand that communism, socialist idea, it's not only from Russia or from Soviet Union. We know history, medieval history, new time of history. When we talk about, society, sometimes we want to be, in the same level, in social position. I am not, support, but I can understand Soviet propaganda. Russian propaganda, it's absolutely unique. It's crazy. Sorry, it's because it's they are combined. Soviet propaganda, they still use and imperial propaganda, and they combine together. And I don't understand what is this. Russian like Nazism and also communist propaganda. It's very, very hard. I would like to mention about Kherson. In every region which Russia occupied, they used different policy. Really, near the Kyiv, they were very aggressive because Kyiv was, like 3 kilometers, like 2 miles, 5 kilometers, 7 kilometers. You can see city in front of you, and they come to occupy Kyiv during 3 days, and they were very aggressive. Another situation in, for example, in south, and another situation in Kherson. They occupied very quickly, and I was in Kherson. It's a city with Russian. I never seen in my life propaganda like in Kherson. And they want to show that Kherson historical part and so on, and Russian propaganda also in the school and so on. But it's mythology. It's not reality. And in Kherson, people support us. I was during first day after the liberation in every region. I can compare, and I took, not my information not from social media or video or TV. I look by my eyes. My feel the atmosphere after liberation. It's Ukraine fighting right now and during 4 years. It's the best arguments. It's evidence that we want to fight against Russia. We want to be independent country. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Very nice.
All right, so let's thank again.